Greetings, Atarians. It's Adam at Irata Non Grata, and we've got some Atari news, although before that I should say Happy Halloween. Right after I finish uploading this, I'm going to be trying to do a live stream, the first one on this channel. I've done live streams before on my other channels like Arcade Heroes, but haven't set it up for this one yet. But I'm going to be playing Midnight Mutants on the Atari 7800, see if I can beat it or not. Of course, I am at my arcade, so I may be interrupted during that process, but we shall see. But anyways, there is some Atari news today, and that is Atari to acquire Digital Eclipse in a $20 million deal. And so this really shows that things have turned around for Atari, because for many years they've been struggling to make ends meet. And so with Wade Rosen in charge, he's really showing that he knows how to turn this business around, and now he is kind of doing the I guess you could call it the Disney path of acquiring lots of things. In some regard, though, I think that's been important, because part of Atari's problem is that they've been too reliant on properties that are 40 or 50 years old. And while I fully believe that they can do more with those properties and that they should, as far as not just doing the recharge things, but like having completely new takes on these, which is what they've been doing with Haunted House, as well as I guess it's mainly just been Haunted House. But there's a lot more that can be done with the Atari characters, the Atari IP, and whatnot, but it doesn't hurt to maybe acquire more. Now, hopefully this doesn't lead to the same sort of stagnation that Disney's seen, as they've ruined a lot of the properties, and so that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for these things to have a new lease on life, and I think Nintendo is the best example of a company that knows how to treat their old IP and keep it fresh and refresh it. I haven't played Super Mario Brothers Wonder, but that's a very creative way to go about reinventing a game that's going to be 40 years old here soon. But anyways, Digital Eclipse, they've been around for a long time, and they've mainly been known for things like classic collections, including the one that's pictured here. This is from GamesIndustry.biz, but this logo here is what they used on the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection. But as the story says, Atari will acquire long-running U.S. developer Digital Eclipse in a deal worth $20 million. Founded in 1992, they're best known for remastering retro games with releases such as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Cowabunga Collection, Disney Classic Games Collection, SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. They've already worked with Atari on that aforementioned Atari 50th, and the acquisition's expected to close in the next few days, and Atari's paying an initial consideration of $6.5 million, of which $4 million is cash, $2.5 million is newly issued ordinary shares with potential performance-based earnouts of up to $13.5 million payable in cash over the next 10 years. Digital Eclipse said it still has the freedom to seek out projects with other parties, and the studio has various unannounced projects in the works that aren't based on Atari IP. They'll carry those out as planned, and they also can plan on continuing their Gold Master Series project, which are like these video game documentaries with the games built in, like Karateka, which I said I was going to get, and then I didn't. I got sidetracked. The Digital Eclipse arcade series will also continue, as well as work on the remaster of Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. In fact, the studio said the latter will benefit from Atari's ownership, as the team has cooked up some lofty goals for this project, and this acquisition might make it a little easier for us to reach them, whatever those are. So let's see if there's anything else. And so Atari purchased Night Dive Studios and Atari Age. Already talked about the Atari Age one. I think I missed doing the news on the Night Dive one. But yeah, I think this is another good acquisition. I mean, with the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection, that was a fantastic retro games collection. And what drew me to it, aside from finally having some Lynx and Jaguar games on a modern console, was the addition of those 6 original titles that Digital Eclipse produced. My favorite out of those would be Haunted Houses, which is something that I also may see if I can film or stream today at some point. But that is a to me, that's the best version of Haunted House that's out there, apart from the 2600 original. And the Vector Sector is also really fantastic. The other ones were fine. They didn't blow my mind quite like the haunted houses in Vector Sector did, but yeah, that with Karateka and this wizardry game, which I've read a little bit about, but not a whole lot into. I think it's all pretty good news, and so it'd be interesting to see where they go. Um, I know I think he's the founder or one of the higher ups at Digital Eclipse, Mike Mika, had once developed his own version of Warlords called Star Lords, I think it was, and he brought that to a California Extreme event, at least the one that I was at in 2018. He was there with it, and it was a 6-player Warlords in a cocktail cabinet, and was pretty cool. It'd be kind of cool to see them maybe do something with that officially instead of it just being something he made for that one event. But what do you think about this one and Atari's continued acquisitions? Is this the end of their acquisitions? Are they going to keep acquiring more stuff until they're this massive conglomerate of acquisitions? I mean, I guess also in thinking about it, one of the nice things is since Digital Eclipse has a really good track record at creating great things, that's where I think this is positive news in that whatever it is that they'll create down the road under the Atari name, or they can take on Atari IP and maybe do the Nintendo thing with them and being very creative and really taking those titles to the next level. That's something they kind of did with Sword Quest, Air World. I mean, Sword Quest isn't really my thing, and so I haven't spent a whole lot of time on that one, but still, they did a fantastic job with that. And again, like I said, Haunted Houses, if they do more things like Haunted Houses for other Atari IP down the road, I think that would be an amazing thing to do. But let me know what you think about it. Do you agree, disagree? Think I'm off my rocker again? Let me know in the comments below, and check back for the live stream of Midnight Mutants on the Atari 7800. It's further proof. Yeah, there we go. There's Grandpa, and be starting that shortly. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.